Now for this next exam, we're going to be examining the neck vessels and the heart. So we're first going to focus up here at the neck, looking at the internal and external jugulars. I'm looking for any distension, but what I really should see is just a gentle pulsing down here, or maybe just like a little wave pattern on both sides, and that just tells me that the internal jugulars are pulsating and they're not distended. This sensation of this wave pattern should disappear if Mr. Moore were sitting up. Now we're going to assess the carotid arteries. First, I'm going to palpate each one, and that is a nice +2 amplitude. Great. And now I'm going to auscultate with using the bell of my stethoscope. Mr. Moore, could you hold your breath, please? You're going to listen up at the chin, in the middle, and down. You can now exhale. Go ahead and inhale again, please. Down by the chin, in the middle, and at the base of the neck. Okay, you can exhale now. Great. Now we're going to turn our attention to the precordium here on the left, and I'm going to use my tangential lighting, looking for any heaves, which there are none. His color is matching his stated ethnicity. I'm going to be palpating here for any thrills, which I don't feel. Now I'm going to find the PMI, which we know is at the 5th intercostal space in the midclavicular line. So I find the suprasternal notch. I slide down to the base of the manubrium where the second rib intersects. Then I'm going to just go below that for the 2nd intercostal, the 3rd intercostal, the 4th intercostal, the 5th intercostal. I'm going to go right to the midclavicular line. We're going to feel this pulse, and it is also a +2. And it's about 1 centimeter in diameter. Now we're going to find our heart sounds and take a listen with both the diaphragm and the bell. The first one is going to be aortic. So we're going to come down to the 2nd rib again, to the 2nd intercostal space on the right side. This is the aortic. We're going to slide over to the pulmonic. We're going to slide down 1 rib to Erb's point, slide down 1 more for the tricuspid, and then 1 more for the mitral. You can also listen a little bit more laterally, where you also would listen for the PMI or the apical impulse. Now we're going to flip over and use the bell in those same locations. Here's the 2nd intercostal space. Here's aortic, pulmonic, Erb's point, tricuspid, and mitral. So I heard S1 and S2. I heard no murmurs. And so now and I just wanted to reiterate that I did not hear any bruits in the carotid arteries. Now we're going to perform the mitral maneuver for our last bit. So Mr. Moore is going to turn to his left side. Great. And now I'm just going to listen. I'll use my diaphragm right over the mitral area, which we know is the 5th intercostal space on the left sternal border. And we do not hear any extra sounds, no murmurs. I do hear S1 and S2. And as in the other areas, the rate was regular.